Hi, this is Morris Odhiambo, the African teacher here in Nairobi, Kenya, and we are still reflecting on global affairs after the recent attacks on Doha, Qatar. Now, whether it's Arab nations or African nations, we must know that our trajectories have been the same in terms of how our resources have been exploited by the West. Second point, whether it's Arab nations or African nations, our attempts to unite, pan-Arabism, pan-Africanism, these attempts to unite have failed because of several factors, one of the most important being manipulation from imperialist states looking for our resources. Muammar Gaddafi is one of the leaders who really attempted to unite first the Arabs, and when he failed, he then tried to unite the African continent. Remember that Muammar Gaddafi was very instrumental in the conversion from the Organization of African Unity to the African Union, which is now the current continental governance body. Now, I compare Muammar Gaddafi to Kwame Nkrumah, of course, operating at different epochs, different times. But the same way Kwame Nkrumah tried to unite Africa in the early 60s is the same way Muammar Gaddafi also tried to unite the Arab world. In fact, he even proposed a unity of the Arabs and the Africans. Now, why do I talk about Muammar Gaddafi? It is because in the year 2008, Gaddafi warned Arab leaders, and this is important because of the context now, today, 2025. Muammar Gaddafi warned Arab leaders in 2008 that if they failed to unite, they would suffer the same fate that Saddam Hussein of Iraq had suffered. Saddam was hanged, of course, with a healthy nod from the West. This is what Muammar Gaddafi said to Arab leaders, and it is relevant to African leaders today. Don't say you are friends of the United States of America. Saddam was a close American ally, and he fought on its behalf with Iran. He did nothing wrong to the Americans that deserved such a fate. Saddam was hanged in front of you, and no one dare call for an investigation into his execution. A foreign force occupied an Arab country and hanged its president, and we stood and watched. Listen, some more. One day you will see yourselves in a similar situation, and at that time no one should blame anyone but himself, because we did not work sincerely to build a strong and unified Arab nation. Each one of you hates others. Syria is not on good terms with its neighbors, while Libya has stronger ties with Italy than it has with Tunisia or Egypt, and so on and so forth. Juxtapose that to the current situation. Juxtapose that reality to the current situation. In one of my recent videos, I posed the question, will the attack on Doha, Qatar unite the Muslim world? And that question is not just relevant for the Muslims or for the Arabs or for the Gulf states. It is in fact even more relevant for African states. Because if we don't unite at this point in time, you see, the African ruling elites in their comfort think that they are doing well, and they have friends abroad, and they have investments abroad. Even Russia had its money looted abroad in the countries where it had invested. You have no friends. In the international realm, there is no friendship. There is only interests and alliances. Make no mistake about it. So today, Africa uniting, or even the Arabs uniting, is an existential matter. It is for survival. Africans must stop living in a fool's paradise. You think that those military bases in Djibouti are supposed to protect you? No. They are supposed to control you. They are supposed to continue to subjugate you. They are not there for your protection. It is good that in Niger and the countries of the Sahel, they kicked out those military bases because they are only there to exploit you.